5 JPI.
Alrighty, folks. Well, like all events, nothing goes smoothly. So sorry for the silence at the beginning of this little stream of ours. We are doing a 40K tournament for today. Gracing the screen, we have Space Wolves versus Death Guard. Obviously not the new Space Wolf stuff, because the new Space Wolf stuff isn't quite out just quite yet at the time of this recording. But we are terribly, terribly excited over the new stuff. The man piloting Death Guard for today is Mr. Brian Carruthers, and he is part of the other guys, and you can go check out their channel. Basically, talk about their experiences. Two guys talking about their experiences in various tournaments in all the best and possible best ways. They talk about what they've learned, and they figure out, and you basically get to join these two guys on their journey through the grim dark, and I highly recommend their channel, so how's that? Across the table from is Dan Bruce, and he is a lover and a fan of the doggos. There's no two ways to say that appropriately, but it's the truth. Man loves Space Wolves, and he is also very terribly excited over the new book coming out real soon. All right, so while these guys are setting up, in the background, I'm going to talk about some lists. That's what I'm going to do. Before we do that, though, let's flash over to here. Bingo bango. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take these lists and put in the description of this event in the next few moments. But I will briefly zip through each one of their lists, and then you're more than welcome to check out the details in the next little bit. Starting off Space Wolves, it's a list, 2,000 points on the button, which is absolutely fantastic. Number of units, 16 of them in the actual list, and an absolute metric ton of that is actually in character, 7 to be exact. There's Logan Grimnar, Ragnar Blackmane, Lieutenant with Combi Rifle or Combi Weapon, Wolfguard Battle Leader, and then a Wolfguard Battle Leader again, and then we got a Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf, and a Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf one more time. Guess what? Thunderwolves are pretty popular, and they will probably be just as popular now as they were, just as popular in the future as they are now. How's that? That's what I'm trying to say. And then he's got a unit of Assault Marines and Assault Intercessors. And then we got 6 Blade Guard, 5 Scout Squads, and 2 units of 6 Thunderwolf Cavalry that he'll be using to just pin his opponent into the zone. We got 2 Vindicators for some anti-armor punch. A whole bunch of the units, Scouts and Assault Intercessors there to shred, of course, but also act as potential objective grabbers and battle tactics. We got an Impulsor as well in the army. Again, I will be posting the details of this list in the description of this event in the next few moments. Across the table, we got Death Guard, tilting the scales at 2,000 points on the button. We got a Biologist, Putrifier. That's the guy with the jars, if I'm not mistaken. And then a Demon Prince of Nurgle. I love this guy. He is on foot, so he will be handing out cover and handing out potential free strats. And then we got a Foul Blightspawn handing out Strike First. A Lord of Contagion handing out punches, free punches for everyone. 2 Lords of Contagion to be exact. And then a Lord of Virulence helping out with some of the blast weapons in this list. A Malignant Plaguecaster. And then Typhus, because why not? He is still super value. In his battle line slot, he's got a unit of full 10 Plague Marines. In his dedicated transports, he's got the Rhinos, so a little bit of a ride for those guys. And then we got some Chaos Spawn, Death Shroud Terminators, number 1 and 2, 2 pocket size, and that's, generally speaking, the pocket size are absolutely phenomenal in this army. Able to deep strike potentially within just outside of 6 instead of 9 if they are afflicted. Absolutely fantastic. As you can already tell, I'm a giant fan of Death Guard. And Death Shroud Terminators We got 3 min-sized units of Death Shroud Terminators. There to do various things, including kicking ass. Fetid Blight drones or bloat drones. We got 1, 2, 3. Guess what they have? Plague launchers. That's right. And they are still fantastic. And right up until, of course, they get nerfed. I'm thinking they're going to go up at least 20 points, but we'll see. And then we got 2 units of Poxwalkers there to infiltrate, score some battle tactics, screen out, that sort of thing. Okay, so these guys are still deploying. We're going to get to the table while I actually put up lists in the background and get things organized.
Cool. Now you guys loan up 12?
Yep. Vindicator. I'm done.
All right, cool. 1, 2. These fellas.
Does he have a second slot? I do have 4 squads of field ready. 4 squads? Yeah,
These 3 boys right in here. Chilling. He has loan up 12 as long as he's within 3 inches of infantry.
What's this guy's movement speed?
8.
So he has to advance to get on the...
Yeah. These guys have moved 10. Yada, 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 and away we go.
All right, let's play.
All right, my man. So
first.
So we lost 10 minutes. So we can punch it down a wee bit. 3. 5. I'm going first. Good luck, man. Do you want to 118 each or something? All right. So, in my command phase, this becomes sticky. He has a reactive move, right?
Yep.
It's D6 or flat 6?
It's flat 6.
Flat 6. Cool. There we go.
Sorry, scout moves.
Yeah.
Oh, that is your
so
scout
that
move.
was
Gotcha.
that was my scout move. All right, so we can use
I'm
this.
just gonna pop behind here, just like I said I was going to.
Cool. So Burden of Trust, I do have an advantage for holding on to objectives.
Yep.
Because you score, I score bottom of turn 2, you score top of turn 3, sort of.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Lionel forgot. Do. Show command points. Now we're good. You're battle ready. I'm battle ready. Discard and Spaceful. Prepared positions. Do you know what that rule is?
You get Heroic Intervention and go to ground on battle line units for free.
Heroic Intervention and go to ground for battle line units. Cool. Do you have any battle line?
Nope.
All right. I only have the
Plague Marines, but they're
Plague Marines. Okay, cool. So, select missions. Random. Cleanse and recover assets. All right, I can do that.
No tally man?
No tally man this time. I can do within 12 inches. He can do his little free strat thing. Cleanse will be a bit challenging. I can definitely recover. So I'm going to spend a CP. I'm going to ditch, cleanse. Well,
yes, I got full power of this. They have about 100.
so you can advance and everyone advances and charges.
Advance and charge, fall back and charge, army wide.
Okay.
And I can advance and shoot for 1 CP.
All right, cool.
I do have one more. They will just hang out.
Do I want to ditch cleanse? Because I can get it for 2. Can't really shoot the piss out of me. Your JPI is going to get me anyways. Yeah, I'm going to ditch cleanse. I would like to do a bit of scoring. And I get call.
Can't score call.
All right, so I'm going to discard that, but then just pick another one. Behind enemy lines.
You don't have to take that one turn 1 if you don't want to. So you can shuffle
That's
that
right.
one back in.
Establish locus. All right, cool. Good enough. And discard, call. All right, cool.
Shouldn't be
Can't
able
see
to
it
get
there. He was 12. Move that, Sticky. You can just move off it. I wouldn't mind move blocking you for a turn. So, these guys move 8.
My guy? Oh, your guy's moving.
Yeah, these guys. So I'm just going to clip your deployment zone.
Before you do that, I'm just going to think.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I'm not. Put it back to you, Dan. You,
Okay, folks, I have loaded the lists up in the description. You can go check them out. Again, apologies for the beginning of the stream. We had a bunch of little, well, some people arriving late and 1 or 2 little things happening in the background that kind of delayed me talking. I want to say, Andrew, good morning to Andrew S. Now on the chat, I got something to watch for a while I paint you do. And these rounds are 2 hours and 45 minutes. We are doing 4 rounds today. This first round is Mission I, the Prior Nexus. Just in case you didn't know, what do we got? I think the guys already went through it, but let's go through it again. It is Burden of Trust, prepare positions, and search and destroy for layout. Oh, sorry, not layout, but deployment. I want to say hi to Teddy Belcher. Who can Skybadies? I have no idea. I can't answer that question. All right. So setup not too shabby. You got 2 very experienced players playing currently the game right now. All of them inching for the absolute best possible positioning that they can. I guess they're just making sure everything's legit and in the right position right now. I'm digging the way things are actually set up currently right now. Yeah, those are looking good. Love the fact that Demon Prince for Nurgle also has loan up. So you have to be within 18 inches of them to be able to fire them. Kind of gives you some space in your own DZ so you're able to like maneuver things around. Not looking too bad. Those Vindicators, oh my god. Vindicators with Oath are... I'm not saying they should be banned from the game, but they're so good.
so I could establish up there, make you come onto that. It's 2 OC, or you kind of flood this way. That's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe we just control. Hey, dude, what's going on, man? So hemming those guys in would be nice, but you could just go the other way. So let's just go up here. They're going to establish.
I am going to react to move because
Yeah,
establishes
sure.
in your
Yeah,
shooting
go for it,
phase.
man. Bunk. So, Osa moment, you can do that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That is the
That's the super duper objective.
the reroll ones objective.
Very cool. Ooh. Here. All I need is a little bit, so I'll definitely take that. Burden of Trust. So, wait.
You can't do it turn 1.
Yeah, turn 2, and then I score the ball on your turn. Yeah. So I'll advance this little bugger. 2, he moves 12 inches. So he's going to go, oops, forward to there. And then he's going to go 5 to here. I think that is good enough. So what I'm going to do here is going to move this thing up 12.
Okay.
I'm going to disembark guys 3 inches. My little 3-inch widget. I put this guy right here. Nah, still can't get you. So instead I will advance this fucker. So that was his 12. I'll move him back 12. His advance roll is a big one, so he can move 13. I'm going to command reroll that for free with
Sure.
big boy here. A 2, not much better. So there's 7. Short of the objective, but that's okay.
Folks, as we peruse the table, check out these pretty space wolves. There we go. Yeah, I dig him. I dig those wolves. Some 3D prints. Very nice. Very nice. One of the most tragic things happened this morning. The Death Guard player that's currently on stream had the most horrendous thing happen to any gamer. He dumped his whole entire army on the floor. So unfortunately, some of his models actually came clean off their bases. And he's got a few broken items. I literally, when I heard the noise, oh my gosh, my skin just crawled. It was bad. He took it like a champ, though. He was like, "Yep, that's no worries. Glue will fix it." But it just broke my heart.
This is kind of sucky. You could rotate.
I think it costs like Adder's Terminators do. Yeah. I don't know that anymore.
Spawn or OC2 each?
Spawn or OC1 each? OC1 each. Ooh, 10. It's kind of a crappy charge. Rather challenging charge. Let's hide him. Dunk. As much as it's tempting, I think I would rather stage for a turn. Well, advance.
They move 12 with advance and charge.
Yeah.
Some of the filer.
If you want to go that way, that's cool.
Want to welcome Source Blood to the chat. He's just simply commenting on the models falling. He said it's way worse with metal models. Yeah, no kidding. Thankfully, most things have transitioned over into plastics and or resin. But man, oh man, oh man, back in the day when you had those full all metal armies and then a huge flake would just come off your models because it didn't matter. It would just pop off and you're like, oh my God. It is the absolute worst indeed. So who are the good guys in this matchup? Well, very obviously it's the Death Guard. If you don't know, those noble warriors fighting for their god, bringing what? The happiness of Nurgle to the galaxy. They're kind of like crusaders, really. It's really what they are. It's like Black Templar, except good guys. So how many nerfs do you think Death Guard are going to get? We did a little stream with a buddy, and I'm pretty sure the little top list of stuff is going to get nailed pretty hard. I don't know if it's going to be Death Shroud, but the Lord of Contagion, I think, is a damage multiplier that we'll see go up. The Fetid Bloat drones with launchers, oh my gosh, those things are far too cheap. Will we see any adjustments to Talisman? I don't think so. I think Talisman's perfectly fine. Spawn are so good in actual Death Guard. Oh, so good. Also, super looking forward to the new Space Wolves. Space Wolves are looking pretty damn hot. It'll be interesting to see what Dan does. I think he really wanted to go first in this scenario. We'll see. Just to position his Thunderwolf ready to pounce and pin. He could have potentially have pinned some of the Death Guard options back.
One.
Advances are not going your way.
These guys move a whole 6 inches.
These are Death Shroud?
Death Shroud, yep.
He takes one with the end of fire elevation.
10.
And then I got 15 guys inside.
Remember, I do have the auto advance 9 strat. So I can go 19.
10.
I take one.
And I have +1 to advance and charge on those units.
Yeah.
2 units of Death Shroud.
I have 3 units of 3 Death Shroud. It's in BCB.
It is.
3 units.
I just didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 3. Those are mine. Yeah. In reserve, I have Lord of Contagion and Typhus. Yeah. Yeah, no problem.
Yep. And these are all in reserve as well. So it's one big unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry. And then Logan Grimnar. Thanks, man.
They look freaking sweet. Blade Guard in a transport.
Yep.
14 is to here.
With +1 to charge.
7, so it'll be a 6-inch charge.
Just went over to pop in there and check. He's got a unit of, or 2 units of Death Shroud, I believe, up in the sky. At least a minimum one with Typhus. And then the Space Wolf player has a unit of puppies set aside in TAC reserve. And then the Blade Guard are in that Impulsor. So there you go.
You want rapid?
I'm thinking about it. I'm going to rapid ingress.
Okay, cool, cool.
So it's going to be for free from the Wolflord?
Okay, yeah. I always forget about these guys.
So a whole puppy force coming in from TAC reserves. The Andrew S. asking a question, the Death Guard player playing Virulent Vectorium. Yes, he is. You can check out the details of the list in the description of this event. They've now just been posted, or at least I hope it has. Yeah, it looks like it. Should be there, folks. Let me know if it's not there. Yeah, it should be there. Okay, so you can check out his lists to your heart's content.
I'm in danger. If you need a...
So I just killed 2 completely. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
If that helps you.
I'm just trying to orient them so they're facing the right direction.
Yep.
For coolness
I
factor.
gotcha. And then 9 inches back from there.
And see if we do 2 1.
If that helps you.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think
Dunk.
3 of this.
Bueno.
Bueno, sir. Bueno. No, not him.
12.
Outside of 12. Cool. All right.
And then this guy advanced, this guy advanced.
Yeah, no shooting into them. I'm just going to take that and hope for the best.
Okay, so I was free from the Wolflord, so I've
Cool.
used that ability as well.
Okay. That's a once per battle round?
Same as yours.
Okay, cool. All right. So, spotting them, I will do D6 plus.
So these 2 are shooting into here.
Yeah, into the Vindy. Yeah. Do you want armor contempt?
They have no rerolls and hitting on 3s. With
They have
lethal hits?
rerolls. They have rerolls. with
What's
hits.
giving them the rerolls?
He does. He sees it within 30 inches.
Okay. Well, you're within 30. Okay. I'm going to spend 1 CP for smoke.
Okay, cool.
So to give you -1 to hit.
Cool. So you're down to 0. I'm down to 0. All right. I'll just roll these together because they're going to shoot the same target. So 2d6 plus 4 shots. The big 10, so 14 shots.
And then hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s, but re-rolling 6s are lethal. 8, 10, 12, 14. 4s, sir. Re-rolling 6s are lethal. All right, so not too shabby. I'll take it. Okay, so
Smoke
these
did
go out.
nothing. You rolled no 3s.
So T11, right? There's only strength 10, so 5 ups. 5 ups to it. All right, cool. I mean, you
5
should
saves?
live. 5 saves.
3 up.
It's -2 becomes -1.
What was your contagion ability at the start of the battle?
-1 AP. Oh, actually, sorry. You have a bunch of invulns. -1 to hit. -1 to hit.
Okay, saving on 3s. I'll fail 2, take 6 damage.
6 damage. Cool. I'll take it.
Yeah, I know. On all my other dice, it's not.
That's my turn, man.
5 wounds remaining. What were you doing your actions with?
Recover.
Recover. Cool.
Yep, and then they established in the center.
Okay.
So I'm going to get
2 points.
2 points there. I'm actually going to ditch recover
You're going to dish recover?
Yep, so I'm going to go up to 2 CP.
Okay.
And, yeah.
But I'm going to gain extend battle lines and secure no man's land.
Okay, not bad, not
You're
bad.
at 1 CP, you're at 2 CP, I'm at 1. Owe you a battle shock for this guy. 1/6, it's good.
Cool, cool. With 2 CP, I can -1 damage.
Cool.
Do. Oaths.
Any unit can -1 damage?
Any unit can -1.
Anyone you got. Okay. And that's only in shooting?
Only in... No, shooting or melee.
Can you look it up? Just
Yeah, sure, yeah. It used to be just melee, now you can use it in shooting as well.
All right, in that pause that they're looking up some rules, how did that turn for Death Guard go? It went okay. Obviously, again, we're watching it from the God perspective, so very easy to comment and criticize. He was kicking himself that he left that gap open at the bottom of the table for those wolves to actually rapid deploy in or rapid intercess. And those wolves are going to have a real good time in that space for certain. And he's looking at potentially now losing a Demon Prince just simply to positioning. This isn't about dice rolls. This isn't about anything. It's just just not seeing it all. And I could have done lots of things. Brian's a very, very experienced player, and I'm certainly not here to offer any excuses. But I know if I dropped my army starting the tournament, I would be heavily distracted personally myself. So he definitely saw it as soon as he rapid it in. He was like, Jesus, and I knew this, and there it is. So this is going to sway things real dramatically. We have potentially a Demon Prince going down, a bloat drone being tied up. Now, luckily, I believe that bloat drone still has the ability to retreat and still shoot. I don't think that chassis is completely different. I'll have to double check to see. I know the mower can, and I know the spitter can, but I actually don't remember if the Blight launcher can. All right. So on the mission, he's obviously going to be aiming some Vindicators to pop off that looks like spawn in the center. Let's see if I could get a better angle on it. I believe it's spawn. And of course now I have an arm in the way. Let's see if I could do it from this angle. Can I see a piece of the action? Yeah, it's focusing on the building in the foreground, but I believe those are spawn. Yeah, you got 2 spawn in the center facing off against a Vindicator. And the Vindicator actually just moving up to the center of the board with some impunity. He's basically saying, I don't care about your Blight launchers. After I wax these 2 spawn off this, or scrub these 2 spawn off this objective, I am going to claim it for my own. Come get some if you want it back.
Oops. Fuck these skids.
Okay, so he's got fence. And then I advance so I can. Yes, I can advance so I can when he activates. Now, yeah, there's a bubble. Then I'm gonna shoot my street. I don't have much to shoot.
May not be long for the world. He's a tanky fucker, but...
Pardon?
He's a tanky guy, but...
This guy's going to move 9 to here to just stage a bit.
And then the
I'm going to advance the Thunderwolves over there.
Okay, cool.
They're going to go D6 plus 1 extra, so they're going to go 17 inches.
Ooh. At 17, it's an extremely challenging charge.
So 13 to here, and then 4 to here means that I need an 11, so I'd have to show a 10.
I also sort of dropped a comment. He couldn't have drawn better on his first turn. He got extended battle lines and secure no man's land. He should be able to easily score these, no problem. Probably scoring 10. Yeah, 10 on secondaries this round, and position himself pretty darn well going into the next round. Definitely overwhelming the Death Guard options. Oh boy, yeah. Come the Death Guard turn, who knows what the heck could he shoot at? That's going to matter. Is the problem? 2 giant units of wolves tagging objectives, a Vindicator in the center. He is going to be scoring some. He's definitely going to be scoring some primary 100%. Now, just to remind everyone one more time, he does have at least 1 pocket-sized unit of Death Shroud and Typhus waiting in reserves. So we'll see what happens.
Like so. This guy's going to move up. Not going to advance. This guy can still see that guy. This guy's going to move up. He will not advance. Yeah, he'll advance.
6 Blade Guard and what's his name are in there?
6 Blade Guard and Ragnar.
Cool, cool.
So it's going to tuck in just like this.
Cool, cool.
It's going to be... What is this? Are we doing WTC these? Is this WTC rules?
No, it's GW.
Okay, 1 inch from the wall.
Cool, cool.
So you can't charge them through the wall. Moved. Do these guys still have the regeneration thing that if you don't kill them, they...
No, you just kill them. So they have a T7, 4 up armor, 5 up feel no pain, and yeah.
All right, I'm going to go to shooting.
KK.
First thing first, this is going to shoot into my Oath target.
You got it.
So I'm going to get D6.
So it'll be -1 because you're in Affliction, but obviously you get rerolls.
-1 to hit?
Yeah.
So D6 plus 3. I'm going to get 4 shots.
Cool.
I'm also going to fire the Hunter Killer.
Sure. So 4 is rerolling.
Yep. That's 2 hits so far.
Nice.
4 hits.
Nice.
Wounding on 2s.
Yep.
3 wounds.
Okay.
AP3, so on your 4-ups.
3 4-ups. Bodyguard. All right, D6. They're T4.
1.
Okay, I got a guy down to 2 wounds.
And then the Hunter Killer missile hits because it hits on 2s and then -1.
Okay.
And then wounds.
4 up invulnerable save. No.
5 damage.
You kill the dude.
That was not great, but that's okay. This one's going to shoot at this unit of spawn.
Okay.
D6 plus 3, it's not going to fire its Hunter Killer.
Which one? He advanced or he just moved 9?
Just moved 9.
Cool.
He's going to get 5 shots.
Cool.
Hitting on 3s.
Pew.
Wounding on 2s.
You got it.
Spawn toughness?
T7, so still 2s.
2 wounds.
So -3 becomes -2, so they save on a 6-up. I save 1.
Okay.
D6 damage.
1 damage.
5 up feel no pain. He's down to 3 wounds, sir.
Stormbolters. Not rolling hot on these shots, but it's
No.
okay. 5s to wound. 1 wound, no AP.
Oh, one wound got through?
Yep.
Save the armor. The armor protects.
Okie all right, that is it for my shooting. Not super effective, but that's okay. I'm going to go to charges.
You got it?
I'm going to use Logan's ability this turn for reroll charges.
Okay.
Do I do it this turn? No, I don't need to do it this turn. Oh, the reroll hits is nice, though. Yeah, I'm going to use Logan's ability this turn for reroll hits and charges.
Okay. You declare it in the charge phase?
In the charge
It's not
phase.
the command phase,
Yep.
right? Okay, cool.
This unit's going to spend 1/8 CP for
Wait,
Lance.
Logan's off the board, so
Yes.
you can use it. Yeah,
I can
yeah,
still use it.
Use
You can use it on or off the board.
Gotcha, gotcha.
I'm going to spend 1 CP here for the Lance and reroll charges strat.
Nice, nice.
So this is going to multi-charge this unit and that unit.
You got it, you got it.
So this is going to be 2d6 plus 1 with a reroll. It's going to give me a 7 total, which
Cool.
I think is more than enough.
Down to 0?
Yeah, I'm to 0. Okay, so 4 to here, and then 3 in.
AP1 on those guys?
AP1 on these guys.
All right, cool.
And then these guys.
I think his main target here is to try and down the prince. I think he just wants to tie up the actual drone. What a crazy shooting phase, firing into those spawn and not killing anything. That was nuts. I really thought those the spawn's days were numbered, 2 Vindicators, but it was just horrendous amount of damage rolls. Just bad luck is what it boils right down to it. Still pretty good positioning. The Wolves are in a great spot. The Vindicator, I think, is bait, is basically what it boils down to. I think he's just saying, come at me. Ignore my my 2 giant units of puppies on the flanks. And if you don't ignore him, well, then that Vindicator gets to live and do something.
Strat.
And those guys are going to charge into there.
So you got a 6er?
2 hours.
Yep, with a reroll.
2 hours.
5 doesn't do it.
You got a reroll.
5 doesn't do it.
Okay.
Good enough. What's that? Within 12?
So I guess the hot is the Lord.
Easy.
I can't guard my gold, right?
Yep.
I'll try it.
An 11 will do it. And you get a +1 naturally or no? Only when?
I have a +1 naturally.
Naturally. Okay, cool.
Got to show a 10 then.
Cool, cool.
10.
Oh, baby!
11 inches gets me within an inch, so I can do
It's
a
the
little bit of
battle
a
leader that gives +1?
It's the captain.
The captain gives +1, naturally.
Yeah.
So I don't owe you any battle shot. On a 7, I get extra CP. So I am at March for neck or come arrest him. Oh, and sorry, start of battle phase. I was 2. Yeah. 5 scouts and 5 intercessors. These are responsible. Don't really care then.
Okay, that's that charge. I'm going to start over there because you could interrupt. What are the spawn like in melee?
They have D6 +2 attacks each, strength 5, -1 AP. I think they have lethal hits. They may not. They may not. But I should warn you about that just in case they...
And they're hitting on 4s or 3s?
Only hitting on 4s. No lethal hits. Strength 5, -1, D6 +2. Now, any damage you do to them, when you allocate wounds, so after you damage but before I make the saves, up to a max, I roll on a 4 up, I do a mortal wound back to you.
That's cool. I'm going to charge the Vindicator into there.
Okay, cool. Wham! You're in.
And that's basically just to protect me from your blast weapons.
Sure.
He might die, but I doubt it because you're wounding him on 6s and you don't have lethal hits.
No lethal hits. You are -1 toughness, but who cares?
It's still 6s.
Yeah.
Okay, fight phase.
Yay!
So pile in.
Here's a problem.
What's up? Are you within a wall there?
Yep. So you can tag them, but that will activate them.
I don't want to. I'm just doing a orbit here to get this guy to touch this dude.
The
guy's gonna touch
problem
this
is though is he's farther away than this guy.
What do you mean?
So you're piling.
I've already started to move him.
Oh, okay. Where was he?
He was closer here. He was back here.
Okay.
I've already started to move him. So
For this is the pylon.
Yes.
But the pylon would have to be towards him.
they
because he's
are
closer.
going towards him.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
But still
Oh, but you're
touching.
gonna stay without an inch. Okay. Cool. Gotcha. Good enough.
Touch. And then it actually doesn't look like this guy can touch that base. So I only have 3 guys into there.
All right. Cool.
I'm going to leave that guy. He'll be out of coherency if I do that, so he has to come. I meant to charge these guys as well into this. Are you okay with
Didn't you advance them?
that? I have advanced to charge Army White.
For what?
Army White.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. 100%.
10.
You're in.
And that's basically just to
Yep.
wrap you. Like that. Okay, and then this guy has to shift up. So he'll touch this unit. So I'm going to get these 5 guys into here, these 3 guys into here.
You got it.
So these 5 guys are attacking into here.
Okay. I'm
And
gonna.
these 3 are going into here.
I'll try it. It may not be the wise move, but I'm gonna try it. 2 CP, reduce damage by 1.
Okay.
I know you got your big. Now you have reroll hits, but it is a -1. So you have Power Fist, no dev wounds, right?
No devils.
Okay, cool.
So 9 Power Fist attacks into here
Okay.
from the 2 characters.
Cool.
These are hitting on 3s now,
Yep.
but rerolls.
Yep.
Sixes are lethals.
Nice.
I'm not going to fish because... and then these are strength 8, but +1 to wound, so 4s to wound.
4s.
So you have 8 wounds.
Okay, -2.
These are AP 2 damage.
All right. 2,
Well, 3 damage down to 2.
Yeah, that's right. 2, 4, 6, 8. So these are 4-ups, sir. Okay, so
Take
that's
8
8 damage. I will roll 8. Feel no pains. I can just roll these
Do you
guys.
have a 5-up or a 6-up?
5-up.
Disgustingly resilient.
Save 2, so he takes 6 damage. He is down to 4.
Okay, and then the 4 non-characters 4. So these are
Now these are AP1 and AP nothing, right?
all AP1.
All AP1. Oh, the wolf fangs too?
Yep.
Okay.
4.
Lance, what's the strength?
Strength 5, so they'll be wounding on 5s.
So winning
Lethal
on
hits
5s.
though.
Okay, cool.
These are hitting on 4s because
Cool.
you're -1. But these have lethals,
Nice.
and they'll be wounding on 5s, which means I'm probably going to fish.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, you said that earlier, and I'm a terrible listener. I got an extra wound.
Nice.
Miss.
And then
Miss.
winning
And
on
then
5s.
5s to wound. So you got 7 AP1s, 1 damage each.
2, 4, 6, 7. So these are 3-ups. He has 2-up armor. I fail 3 of them. 3 feel no pains. I failed 1 of them, so he's down to 3 wounds.
Okay, and then all of their wolf attacks. These will be
Okay.
hitting on 5s.
Okay.
So it's going to be 5 guys, 3 each, so 15 attacks. 9, 12, 15. Hitting on 5s.
Cool.
Also with lethal hits. Since I'm hitting on 5s, I'm not going to fish.
Nice. Strength.
Wounding on 5s.
All right, cool.
So 4 more. AP 1, 1 damage.
All right, 4 3-ups, sir. I failed 2. Oops. Feel no pains.
Down to 1 wound.
He's down to 1 wound.
Okay.
He lives.
Then the guys into the bloat drone.
Especially in this pack, right? Just pick something and put it in our position, and then otherwise I'm happy with it.
Hitting on 4s with lethals.
Cool, cool.
Alright, shooting!
Toughness 9 on that.
Toughness 9, yep.
These are wounding on 4s, strength 5 with lance.
Cool, cool.
So it's going to be 8 AP 1 2 damage.
So, 2, 4, 6, 8. So these are 4-ups. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's down to 2 wounds.
Okay, and then their wolf attacks.
No! 9 of them.
9.
He's only got 2 wounds left. The poor blow drone didn't get to activate.
These are hitting on 5s.
Cool, cool.
Hitting on 3,
Wounding on 4s.
I'm going to after this.
4 more, AP 1 2 damage.
4 4-ups. Got him. Does he explode? He does explode. Ooh, good thing my dude's out of 6 inches. So my rhino takes 3 damage. He's down to 7.
4, 6, 8, 9 saves, so 81, and then another 10.
Your scouts take 3 damage. Oh, that is tasty.
That was a heck of a fortuitous explosion. So first off, the thing I thought was going to die and the thing I thought was going to live was completely opposite. I really thought that the Prince was going to fall this round, and I thought the drone was going to survive, and apparently the opposite is true. It exploding really changed things for the Death Guard player. Dan very cleverly wrapped the Rhino, basically preventing anyone in that transport from being able to get out. Now, well, with that fortuitous explosion, all of a sudden he's got some breathing room, and he could actually drop some Plague Marines. He's going to, of course, consolidate into the tank. Good job. That's interesting. I was wondering which one was actually closer, and they judged it that the Rhino is closer, not the Termies. Interesting. So you got some consolidation happening, so that's now resolved. Again, I really thought the Prince was going to fall. Him still kicking around. Not too shabby at all. I'm going to see if he's actually engaged with Terminators behind that L. Oh, we got some piles in the corner. That should go relatively well for the big giant puppies. They'll cap that objective, and he's just basically taking advantage of getting closer to the enemy with those pile-ins, but also capping the objective and just trying to squeeze as many inches out of this free move as he can.
Attacks.
You got it. -1.
Hitting on 4s, lethals.
But you get to reroll. For this turn only, sir.
For this turn only.
This is the go turn.
And then 3s to wound.
3.
So you've got, sorry, that was a 5.
Sure.
You've got 6, AP 1 2 damage.
I'll just fast roll this.
Sure.
So any 5-ups, I'll just reroll. None, there's 6 dead.
Okay, and then the wolf attacks, hitting on 5s.
Goodbye, little bases. Just gonna see ya.
And then the wolf attacks.
These guys have a 4 explosive.
These guys are hitting on 5s.
They're gonna live.
Just shoot them off and then we'll
And then
Nope.
Nope.
No. Yeah, they're chilling.
4.
Didn't heroic with him. I did the 2 reduced, but he lived on 1 move.
4 saves. 2
Okay, 4 saves. Oh,
damage each.
could be just enough. So they only have a 7-up, so there's no. So any 5-ups, I'll just re-roll. There's 1 5-up, sir. No, you got them all.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Your scouts and your vindicator.
Okay, 4 scouts. They've all just got combat knives.
All right, as these scouts plague off of whatever the heck they think they're going to be doing, let's actually discuss this turn. It's very, very interesting things happened. 1, the big giant puppy unit in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen went go. Their goal was very obviously to kill that prince. That didn't happen, and to tie up that bloat drone, they actually killed it. In the explosion, it now interfered with wrapping the rhino that he had so carefully had done, but consolidated in and tagged that rhino. Those wolves now are in the danger zone. There is a, I believe, full unit of Plague Marines in that rhino, and some Death Shroud Terminators on the other side of that L. And that prince is still alive. I'd like to welcome Alexis Herbeck to the actual chat. And my man, well, said a very, very valid point in the fact that he actually survived. He could actually now pop the strat to do some healing as well. And at this point, we could see that prince survive, not only past this round, but actually just start snowballing and getting and crawling back up to be useful for the next preceding rounds. Now, he's got to be very careful. There is another Vindicator hunting in the shadows at the bottom of the table. So I'm not 100% certain that that prince will survive that if it gets a beat on him. But the fact that it's still kicking around at all, still offering a free strat is, or sorry, discounted strat. I apologize. Discounted strat is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. That was a heck of a windfall for sure.
Okay. Show.
Does it bracket or no?
No.
I didn't think so.
All right, let's do the big sweep attack. So 7 attacks, hitting on 2s, lethal hits. Okay, I'll take it. And then your toughness is reduced by 1. It's strength
down to 5.
8, so still only 3s. So 3 saves at -2, flat 3 damage.
4s. Fail 2, so that'll kill 1 guy and move the wound.
Cool. All right. Zarino. And I'm going to put all my attacks into your dude. Your 1 wound dude. Hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
This is into
these guys, yeah.
Okay, on
Pop that
3s.
last dude.
good.
All right. That's okay though. Okay. Yeah, didn't matter. Okay. All right. Not a bad turn, sir. So what do you score for cards?
I score both.
Yeah, you do.
Secure No Man's Land
Yep.
and 5. All
right, cool, man.
On to you.
On to me. So I'm gonna
Gain a CP.
Burden of Trust these guys.
You
right
get
here.
Assassination and behind enemy lines.
Okay, cool. That works. Well, kind of. Assassinate and behind. I'm gonna. It's a
shock?
new battle. It's a new battle round. So in my command phase, I can do this first. I roll. It's like a healing aura, but it affects your something in engagement range with me. And the wording of it is. My command phase, one Death Guard model that has lost one or more wounds. I roll a d6 equal to the number of wounds I've lost. That's 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Every 5 up, I do a mortal wound to you, and I gain 1 back to a maximum of 6.
Cool. So you're doing that for free?
Yeah.
This is in the command phase before you test for battle shock.
Correct, yeah. So I do 4 mortal wounds to you, sir.
Which puts you at half, so you don't need to battle shock.
Correct.
Freaking awesome. Man, love those princes. And simultaneously freeing up his Rhino so he could just position that little baby a little bit better. Now, I believe that Rhino's still engaged, but it does open up some spots where he can actually deploy his Plague Marines. I want to welcome Brad Shilton to the actual chat. My man's asking details on the army list, and my friend, if I'm not mistaken, you should now be able to see both army lists in the description of this event. So if you look at the description, both should be there. Let me know if you don't see them. And while we're on the topic, welcome everyone to the actual stream for today. If it's your first time here, well, welcome to us. Basically, we do this once a month. And as in once a month, I mean our tournaments once a month, because we do a 40K tournament pretty much every month. And we stream them all. So if you like that sort of thing and you're interested in following that adventure, well, hit those little pretend buttons at the bottom of your screen, and maybe you could join us for the next one. Now, this is the final event of our invitational series. So what we did is we held a tournament for the last 5 months, and we're now going to be cutting to the top 16 players across those 5 months. And those 16 players will be invited to the invitational in June. So next month at the bottom, I believe third week of the month. And they'll be playing for half the prize pool collected across 5 months of events. That prize pool is going to be converted into wicked cool trophies and all sorts of in-store credit prizes. So if you want to follow that and see the bracket, because we will be doing an elimination bracket, so it will all be seeded in the actual rounds, and then it will just be straight up elimination, 4 rounds of elimination, culminating in the champs at the end of that. So again, if you want to watch us or follow that whole entire journey, well, hit some pretend buttons. Means absolutely zero effort for you, pretty much, right? Nothing much for you, but it means a heck of a lot to us. I just want to thank everyone who's actually supported us up to this point. We are a pretty brand new channel. We are fast approaching our very first year, so that's pretty cool. We've been doing this almost for a full year. Lots still improved, lots still to work on, but we've been enjoying it. And honestly, the people that are into this channel have been expressing their love, and that definitely helps us keep going. We also do the same thing for Age of Sigmar, so if you're into that game, we stream their events, and we're also approaching their end of their invitational series as well. We also do weekly streams, or at least we try to. We're not really a battle report channel in the classic sense. We don't have a stable of players constantly waiting to be on. We rely on our customers, and sometimes they're available, sometimes they don't want to be on stream, and sometimes we skip a week because of it. But generally speaking, we aim for once a week. Wednesdays for AOS, Fridays for 40K. So again, if you're into that kind of material, well, welcome to us. All right, there's enough pushing us, so let's get back to the table and see what we got going on. my goodness, I believe we're going to see the deletion of one large unit of puppies this round. Man, those wolves are so fast, so mobile, so tough. I guess I don't need to tell any of you experienced players how good they are, but they're going to cause a lot of grievance. I believe right now the Death Guard is trying to figure out where he's probably going to be deep striking some of his stuff. He needs all hands on deck right now. There's a lot of pressure in the middle of the board, and he needs to push back and drop some banners, so to speak. All right, so let's go to the chat. Alexis, called it. You are 100% correct. You nailed it. What he's referring to is, of course, the healing off the Prince. Have to go to work now, but keep up the great streams. Thank you very much. And Brad Shilton, yeah, the lists are there. Cool. I'm glad that you can see the list. All right, guys, let's get back to the table.
The move blocking, I might have to move block with one of these guys, unfortunately, but that's okay. These guys are just going to fall back.
Okay.
Stay on the subjective. Do you want to move this guy?
I'm fine right there.
Kill. Sorry, I'm going to do that last. So you can't overwatch. Or you can also just drive through there too.
Remember, I do have the Blood Surge move if you shoot me.
Yeah, and that's once, but they both do, right?
Both
yeah, okay. But it's D6 and into engagement, or is it flat 6?
D6 and into engagement.
Any way to make it flat 6?
Nope.
Yeah, they're a bit of a pain in the Batinsky.
He's touching on one, yeah.
So if I drop someone around, okay, but then you get covered. And then you get next week, 105.
Stay. 15 touches you, so I move 5. It's a 9-inch charge, 8-inch charge. A 15 touches you, so that'd be an 8-inch charge. If you blood surge, it'd be closer. Definitely want to get into you, then you can't use Lance.
So you need a 9-inch charge?
It will be an 8-inch charge, so it's 15 inches, 15 touch, a 15-inch touch heal. Now, they're there.
So it's a 9-inch charge then, because a 15 touched me?
Yeah, so if you subtract 5 from...
Which is a 10,
14.
just slightly inside.
Oh, it's a 9, yeah, duh, yeah, math. That's why you say numbers out loud.
So I don't need both of them anywhere here.
So these guys are just going to... So much to wrap him, that's okay. He will just shoot the piss out of you. They're going to, I think, just go in. He could fall back. So he can at least get some shots. Well, he just stays there, who cares? Yeah, he'll just stay there. OC3?
OC3.
All right, cool. You can shoot that guy, but then strength 7.
Is that the D3 flamer guy?
No, it's just D6 plus 2.
But 1 damage?
But 2 damage. Can't go onto the objective. Reroll all hits. I go here. They chill. You come up and kill them. Yeah, I need to pop off some charges here to get lucky, or else I'm in trouble. I kill him. He stays there. Rhino will definitely kill those guys. Cow.
All right, what the Death Guard player is referring to about trouble are free-roaming wolves. Yes, it's the worst kind of wolves. It's Space Marines riding giant wolves. Being able to engage with impunity is the issue. And he needs to line up some really good charges, some long bomb charges. Not super long. 9 is not super long, but as sure as heck is not reliable. And that is the issue. If he could just nail it, that would be absolutely fantastic. Those Death Shroud could hang for at least a little while with those big giant wolves. That's for sure. It will be interesting to see. I think he should probably go for some pot shots. If he surges toward those Death Shroud, he will be able to just charge him. Basically, increase the odds of charging, right? And then, of course, if he understands that and he doesn't do that, well, then you can continue shooting at him and hopefully peel off 1 or 2, maybe 3 wolves from those Blight launchers. That would be a huge volume of attacks being removed from the unit and well worth the try. Like, I wish he had dropped the actual Death Shroud slightly more aggressively and then used them as a screen, if you will, against the Thunderwolf Calf. And you're like, well, yeah, but that would open them up to the Vindicators. Yeah, it would. They are 2 individual units of Blight launchers, and I am 100%, or at least very, very certain, we're going to see Death Shroud engage those units of wolves in the bottom right-hand corner, and probably Plague Marines being deployed as well to take care of those wolves. So if those Vindicators are distracted with Blight launchers up at the top of your screen and not aiming at Death Shroud and Plague Marines, then that's fine. And then, of course, if they do go after them, then they can't hit the Blight launchers as well. So, yeah, maybe positioning the actual Death Shroud as like a screen, if you will. Try to go for a charge, and then put those Blight launchers to just take as many pot shots at Thunderwolf as they can. I think would be good. Now, they did Deep Strike. So, yeah, it would have been good. It would have been good. Oh, boy. Very interesting turn. I've not seen him do any action at the bottom of the corner, but I think we're about to see it now. Terminators are about to engage. I wonder if he's also going to engage with Plague Marines, or is he just going to leave it to the Death Shroud and just keep those Plague Marines in that Rhino and just have the Plaguecaster and follow Blightspawn, just clear out those scouts and just keep them in the box for now. I do not know if the Prince and 3 Death Shroud clear up all those wolves, but it will nerf them into the ground.
He has loan up 12, right?
Yep, should just be outside of 12.
Cool. These guys will flamer him, though, but we'll see.
So,
okay.
The character won't flamer him.
No, but these 2 will. They do get reroll wounds with this guy, but whatever. Since that's the only target they can shoot at, I'm just going to roll both of them together. So it's 2d6 plus 4 shots into the old Vindy. 9, that is 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. These are... Don't want to split now. 3s. Re-rolling. 3 lethals, and then 5s to wound you.
4s to wound you now because...
Oh, 4s, right, yeah. Cheers, my man. Should be dead. 2, 4, 6, 7.
7?
7.
I don't have cover, I don't think.
No, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see all of you.
So on 3s then?
3 ups, yep.
I will fail enough to kill him.
Okay, 9 damage. Does he explode?
Does not.
All right, cool. Okay, I got 3d6 flamer shots into your dude here. They get reroll.
So 3, one of the guys has 2 flamers?
Yeah, one has 2. He's the guy with the open. He's the sergeant. The other guy has 1, and he gets reroll wounds. He gives them reroll wound rolls for ranged weapons. That's 7 shots. It's anti-infantry 4 up. Rerolling. All right, 6 saves. No AP. No AP.
On 3s?
Kill, kill.
I'll fail enough to kill him, but he has a feel no pain,
Coco.
which he'll make 1 of, so he's down to 1 wound.
All right. Okay, I have in the firing deck, I have a Plague Spear and a big flamer out of this thing.
Yep.
So I'll fire the Plague Spear first. It's D6 shots. It's anti-infantry 2 up, 3 shots. That is 3 wounds at -1, no cover. Ignores cover. 3 single damage.
On 5s. I'll take 1 damage, 1 die dice.
Cool, cool. And then I'm going to roll the hazard roll for the flamer, which the Rhino is now equipped with. I've suffered 3 more damage. He's down to 3. Rhino's almost dead. D6 plus 3 shots for the big flamer. A holy big 4. It's okay. These are wounding you on 2s. They all wound. -2. You 2 guys. Yeah, but 2 guys you can claim cover. Or sorry, 1 guy you can claim cover.
Okay.
So it's 4 saves, 1
5.
gets cover.
Okay.
And then D3, I'll roll it.
6s. Make 1.
Okay. So
Dead.
3,
Dead.
2.
Dead. Okay, that's the unit.
Cool, cool. Monsters can use big guns and never retire, right? Or no?
Yep.
Yeah, all right, cool. So 3 Hellfire shots. Does have lethal hits into your dudes. Jeez, I never fire with a monster. I rarely use a monster. All right, so these are 2s -1, so 3s, lethal hits. Sets a miss, 1 lethal, 1 hit. Strength 5 into T5 with the Contagion. So just 1 wound at -1, 2 damage.
Fail it.
All right, cool.
The charge is no longer unfailable.
I think it's not failable. All right, charge o'clock. These fellas are popping in. That's a 9. I'll take it.
All right, as he moves those chargers, we got a question from Rocky Balboa. They get covered from Flamer. I believe it was the Mind Bullets off of the Plaguecaster that they were getting cover from, because he wouldn't have gotten it from a Flamer. I unfortunately can't reverse time and space. Maybe you could double check for me, but it shouldn't have been. And if obviously they did get a cover, it was both play a ton of 40k. they just might have forgotten. He would have normally never get a any type of cover from a torrent weapon. I want to send out much love to Ridvin. Hopefully enjoy your wedding, my friend. It would have been fantastic if you were here, but between your busy wedding schedule and you chasing being top of the universe, it's hard for you to come out when you can.
I'll take it. You're gonna kill me. With your oaths and all that, but
So sweet. He made that charge. That was the charge I think that not really mattered. That'd be the wrong language, but sweet. Are they going to die? Yeah, he's right. They are going to die, but I'm hoping, or at least for his sake, he's hoping they don't die this round. They continue to tie up those actual wolves, give them a little bit of breathing room, and then they die on the enemy turn. That would be the ideal, or force them to fall back and not charge. That would be also just fan-freaking-tastic. All right, we should see some really large canines die in the bottom right-hand corner. He still has the Plague Marines buried in a box. Mind you, that box is looking pretty bad currently right now, but luckily it's behind cover, so there's at least that. And then some Space Wolves have some hard decisions. With that charge in the top left-hand corner, it really kind of screws up what he wanted to do. The Vindicator in the center got eliminated, and those Spawn are still rocking out in the center of the board saying, hey, you know what? This objective is mine. Come do something about it. And right now, he doesn't have a lot to get there other than that Vindicator, and that Vindicator is faced with a heck of a big job, to be honest. He's got Spawn in the middle and potential Death Shroud and Plague Marines. So, and he's looking at his one gun going, hey, wait a second, I only got one gun. I need a little bit of help, guys. So I think we're going to see some staging in the next round by the Space Wolves. He will score primary for that top left-hand corner. So that's the good news. We're going to see those assault intercessors, or I should say assault marines, actually move from that top left probably position for the middle for an assault as well. Hopefully he'll be able to wax them. But man, I can't say this enough. Those Spawn are absolutely amazing. Really, really tough at T7. And then the ability to kick back mortal wounds makes them prickly as all get up. Rocky Balboa responding in chat, it wouldn't have mattered since the unit got wiped. Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's get back to the table.
Nice, 4 lethal hits. That's healthy. These are strength 8 into so 3s. Ooh, okay. Make 9 4-ups. 2 damage a pop.
9 4-ups. I'll make 3.
Cool.
So dead guy, kill 3.
All right, I'll take it.
It's not bad.
Do you want to interrupt?
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt over here.
Cool. Gonna put it over to you. So you're gonna spend your 2 CP?
Captain's ability, yep.
Cool.
So these guys are supposed to be touching, so he'll touch this guy. This guy, unfortunately, has to fight into here, but these 4 guys are going to fight into here.
Sure.
So captains, 9 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Yep. Cool.
Wounding on 3s. 4 wounds, AP 2 damage.
Okay, so 4 4-ups. I make 3 of them, so I got a guy down to 2 wounds.
Okay, and then the 3 guys on wolves. If I don't kill a single one, I'm gonna be upset. Okay.
These are into the.
These are still into this unit.
Oh, into this unit. These are single.
Only one guy is going into the.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, and these are single damage now, though.
Yep.
And hitting on 4s. Okay. With lethals, not bad. And then 5s.
Yep. 2 more wounds, AP 1 damage.
Okay, 3 up, sir. I'm okay.
Invite everyone to continue.
Okay, and then the wolves.
Push 3, 4. There. Sure. More. Over here, I'll shoot everything.
Just one wound.
3 up. I'm okay. And then
Well,
you got
that's
one
luck.
guy into the Lord, right?
Yeah, and one guy into the Lord. And then his wolf attacks.
Yep.
All right, unfortunately for Dan, combination of bad dies, and on top of that, the Contagions. For those of you kind of new to Death Guard cast off an aura, and that aura corrodes armor, or at least gives you a really nasty cold, reducing your toughness by 1. We are in round 2, so it's reduces your toughness while you're within 6 inches of any Death Guard unit. And then they also get to pick an audible. And what I mean by that is at the beginning of the game, they get to pick one of 3 effects. And the effect he chose for this round is to reduce, or a minus, sorry, is it a -1? It's a -1 to hit, long story short. So instead of, say, hitting on 3s, he's hitting on 4s. And those manipulation on a D6 plus or -1 is a huge deal. Every experienced player will understand that, but for those of you that are just kind of getting into wargaming and just stumbled onto this channel, it's basically roughly 17 percentage points, and it is a big deal. The probability machine only has 6 sides, so plus or -1 has massive weight in the context of this game. All right. Very wisely, the Death Guard player actually activated with the top corner because he just saw the volume of attacks. Had a heck of a die roll, peeled off 3 wolves, I believe, maybe even a little bit more, and then took a hit at the bottom, and now is working on shrinking those wolves down. The unit is getting tight. Let's see if we get a better angle. Oh, no, there's a head. Oh, wait. We can get a better angle on it. It looks to be 3 wolves left? No, 4. Okay, well, 3 wolves now, if not 2. But I believe there's 3 of them there. So not bad. Those wolves still hanging, though. I mean, they took the attentions of the Death Shroud. I think the Prince still has to go, though.
That goes into this dude.
You had 5 guys there?
I had 4 guys there. Well, yes, sorry. I didn't realize this guy here.
Yeah.
So you've killed
So you
2
had
guys
5
total.
guys there at the beginning?
You've killed, 2 guys total.
Okay, cool. Thought you had 4. Okay, gotcha. All right, well, bit of whiffy, and ongoing combat goes back to you. Oh, it's on you. Go for it.
So only those 4 are getting in.
Cool.
Touching. So Power Fist. This is my Oath target, so I'll get rerolls.
So 3s, no rerolls? Oh, no,
you're my
no,
Oath
rerolls.
target.
Right,
So I'll
yeah.
have- Yep.
Rerolling.
3s to wound.
KK. Live, guys.
So you're going to have 6. AP 2 damage.
All right. So kill a guy, put a guy down to 2 wounds.
Okay. And then the 2 wolf guys that can get in. On 4s, rerolling with lethals. Five AP 1 damage.
Single damage, right?
Yep.
I fail 1, so I get a guy down to 1 wound. And now all your wolfies.
And 12 wolf attacks.
Cool. 5s rolling.
Rolled 1-5. And rerolling. Four more. AP 1 damage.
Okay. I'm okay. Cool. Back over to me. The big boy. Hitting on 2s, 7 are lethal. So 2 lethals, 5 hits, and then 3s because it's only strength 8, no lance or anything. So just 4 saves, flat 3 on your involves.
Force. Fail 2, so you'll kill the one guy and damage a character.
All right, cool. Characters have 6?
5 and 7.
Okay, cool. All right. Your combat. Oh no,
I'm done. That's
You're
it.
done. Yeah. So I'm gonna get assassinate. I'm gonna ditch behind. Oops. And I'm trying to burden over there, which will go off at the end of round 2.
Okay.
Here you go, man. You got engage, and you got storm, easy peasy. You got a CP. I do have 3 CP, keep in mind.
Okay. I owe you a battle shock on the battle leader.
Cool, cool.
He's good.
He's laughing.
These guys have flamers.
They do have flamers. They have, and they're pistols. They're not good into like tanks or anything, but that was key. Them living, huge, big help. You do get primary though, which sucks.
So primary
4 points.
plus 3.
And what's that?
Is it 4 plus 3, or you don't score your home?
No, you don't score your home, unfortunately, in this. Yeah.
So they're
But you can guard your home, which will complete in turn 3. Yeah.
All right, so now that that round's over, how well did the Death Guard round go? I think it went, well, extremely well. Probably didn't hit what he wanted to, which was eliminate that squad of wolves at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. But all in all, executing that charge and just engaging those wolves is a bonus in and of itself. Looks like the wolves are retreating. Oh shoot, do they have a retreat and charge strat or something along those lines? I have to look. So many strats in the game. So overall, it went pretty darn well. Most likely, if that prince is still injured on the next following round, he'll pop that strat yet again. Looks like that Vindicator is going to be going after some Death Shroud. The wolves that are currently engaging the Prince and Death Shroud are probably going to be backing off, just maneuvering as much as they can, basically. And there it is. All right, so Brad Shilton, is it me or does the layout look a little odd? Are the bottom left and top right objective markers not symmetrical? They are. Why is it just off? It does look a little tiny bit off. But like most wargaming, as long as both players are good with it, then it's fine. But yeah, it looks like that. One of them slightly out of alignment. Maybe. Well, sharp eye regardless.
Mean.
I'm going to disembark and advance Ragnar.
Okay.
So there's going to go 13 inches.
Nice. Here's his little annoyingness.
To like here.
Dang. You got oodles of movement from.
All right, looks like Ragnar's going to solve the whole spawn infestation of the center. Adu, not loving the look of competitive tables. I feel ya. I mean, for regular games, I completely understand. We got an enormous competitive community here. So terrain is literally less of a narrative thing and more of a tool, obstacles and what have you in the game. It doesn't make it for a visually interesting game in the land of L's. Not particularly. It's probably the greatest weakness of the current edition of 40K. Thematically, the game doesn't nail it. I mean, they try to do their best. They had to pick a direction, and the direction that they picked was to make the game as much of a game experience as they can. And what do I mean by that? I think 40K is an absolutely phenomenal stadium-like experience where you walk onto the pitch, you have goals to achieve, and off you go. Love the current edition of 40K. But if you are looking at it from a more narrative, thematic perspective, unfortunately, the game is so deadly, you have to have preset tables. You have to have the cover. It is an absolute necessity. It's far, far too deadly to mess around with configurations. So everything is symmetrical. L's are some of the best things that you can provide for cover, so they're used. But it does lend itself to a rather boring thematic table. I do have a recommendation, though, 30K. If you love the Grim Dark, you can still experience the Grim Dark. And 30K is a fan-freaking-tastic thematic game. I can't talk about it enough. 30K is an absolutely sweet, sweet game. Love the rules for it. But that does come at the cost, because no game is perfect, and what it comes at the cost of, because it's very, very thematic, it is not competitive. If you play Horus Heresy straight out of the box without any house rules, the game spins off into degeneracy real quick. So you have to approach that game for what it is, more like a historical game experience that you have with buddies. And that's ultimately the big difference between casual and competitive play. When you're talking casual, you can have an understanding with the person across the table because you've known them for years. But when you're talking competitive play is phenomenal for actually interacting with people that you don't know, because the common ground are the rules and the table setups. So I understand your point, Atu, but I am going to defend competitive tables, an absolute necessity for the competitive game.
It looks like if I charged anywhere that you could heroic with this guy.
What's that?
It looks like if I charge him with this dude, you could heroic if you wanted to. I can't charge an angle that you're not within 6. So. Okay. So I guess I'll just come here, and then I can decide. Okay, I think that's it for my movement. I'm going to deep strike.
Yeah, cool.
Actually, that's not it for my movement. I need to do a bit more stuff. These guys are screening. This is going to advance, this Impulsor. So it's going to go 15 inches.
From
so 5 to here, 5 to here, 2 to rotate. So that's 10, 12, and then just tucked in there like that, an inch from the wall.
cool.
These guys are going to move so that they are just within 18 inches of this. So there's 9 here, so you can't deep strike there.
Cool.
And then this guy's going to come down.
Oh, you don't want to leave that objective open?
So there's 18 inches between these guys, so you can't come in here. And then he's within 9 of this corner. You could get like a small guy in here. I don't know if you'd be able to get the full unit, and he's just going to tow that. So let's
Cool,
measure
cool.
quick. Looks like you could get a small unit in there, but I don't
Okay.
think you can get all your units right.
All right.
Okay.
That first nice turn, yeah.
Move, 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 move. All right, I'm going to go to shooting. Did you want to do anything?
I'm gonna rapid. Typhus. Just pop it down into here. 9 inches away. And that cost me CB.
Okay. Down to 2. All right, shooting. This is going to shoot everything into here,
Okay.
including its hunter killer. I'm going to start with the storm bolters.
Okay.
So you're within 12. So I can get 4 shots. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds, no AP.
2 up armor. Fail. He's dead.
That's pretty lucky. And the hunter killer hits. 3's the wound. 1 wound from the hunter killer.
1 wound.
Yep.
I saved it.
Okay, and then number of shots from the other gun. 6.
Cool. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
On 3s. 5 hits on 2s. 3 wounds.
3 4-ups. Made 2, sir.
First one, 1 damage. Oh my god, 7 damage.
Oh, he still killed the guy. Pop.
Okay, those guys are going to shoot into there. I'm going to overcharge both the pistols.
Okay.
They're going to be hitting on 4s.
Okay.
So I'll do the overcharge roll first. 1 guy will die.
Of course.
And then the attack rolls on 4s. No hits, obviously.
Hilarious.
And then the pistols. 1 hit, 1 wound, AP 1.
AP1.
Okay.
AP1, you got through. Nope, takes damage.
That was into the Terminators, so I didn't get through.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought that was them.
That's into the Terminators.
And one of these guys died.
Yep.
So it's kind of moving. So with this guy, he's like extra like the 10 points, like the whole rerolls for like a quarter of the army.
Okie dokie. All right. Shot, 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 shot. Nothing else is shooting. We're going to go to charges. That unit's going to charge over there.
Cool.
The 2 bloat drones.
Both?
Just the one. Just the
Okay.
one, because I can pile into the other
Yeah,
one.
so that's only a 4.
Okay, I am going to spend... Do I spend for Lance?
You have to declare in the charge phase?
Yeah, before they charge.
But that also gives you a +1 to charge?
It gives me the reroll charge.
Oh, okay, cool. And they have an innate ability of reroll charge. Okay.
No, they have an 8 +1 to charge.
Right. Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah. And-
I'm going to spend for Lance.
Cool.
So I'm down to 0 CP.
Okay.
They get a 7,
You're
so an
in.
8. So I'm just trying to plan my move here.
Yeah, of course. He's got 1 extra activation over me, like the way I see this mapping out. So sort of
So
like a
there
win,
is space
win by
for a
10.
base here. So when I'm going to put a guy here,
Okay.
and then he'll be able to pile in this way.
That won't be within 3 though. Or you
Yeah,
mean?
they're,
or you
they're
mean
less than 3
go here.
spaces.
Gotcha.
Right, because I can't.
So you're gonna put 1 guy here.
Yep.
And then he goes in there. Cool.
So He's just
Oh
gonna
yeah,
go
no
right
problem.
here
I
like
see.
this.
Cool, cool.
And then these guys are going to fill in.
And just to remind everyone, those crates we are counting as 2-inch obstacles that anyone could just more or less walk through. If your base can fit completely on top of the crate, you could be on it. And then we made a very specific thing saying vehicles cannot be on those crates.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's worth it to overwatch you. Before you roll it, put it on me because I just want to think about this. So say you charge here. You can charge him, probably kill him. Oh no, you don't get the +1 damage anymore. It's just 2. Yeah, and you're not re-rolling anything. Yeah, I'm going to overwatch these guys. So I'll just keep it on me.
Okay.
So I'm down to 1 CP, sir. All right, they do get reroll wounds, which is nice. So here's the captain is D6 shots. So only 2 shots. It's anti-infantry 2 up though, rerolling. Rerolling. So 2 wounds at -1, no cover. Might be -2.
Make it both.
All right, and then 2d6 flamer shots. Ooh, the big 11. Now there's no AP on this though, so you'll be saving on 3s. They're anti-infantry 4 up. Re-rolling.
So 11
right.
minus 4, 7.
7. 7! Nurgle's number.
I'll lose 1 guy.
Cool, I'll take it. Bonk.
Then the charge move.
You got it.
7.
Cool. You're gonna kill my Terminator with what do you call it?
Dead. How big is this guy's base? So my plan is to only touch this guy and stay an inch away from him and then kill him with mortals, and then he won't get to activate.
Yeah, you rolled a 7 though,
7,
right?
with fly.
Oh yeah, so yeah, 100%, man. Yep, totally cool.
Okay, so they're charged mortals on a 4-up.
Cool, cool.
2 mortal wounds.
So dead, and he's down to 5.
And he's toughness 7, 2-up save. So if I finish my charge, I definitely don't kill him, and then you definitely kill me.
Well, I have 5 attacks, lethal hits, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, -2.
Yes, you probably kill me. Okay, that's that charge move. Ragnar's unit's going to charge into here. He gets a 6.
You're good. And your dice.
I don't think that gets... Ragnar's going to go here. And then these guys are just going to touch. Can't interrupt. So, this guy any good in melee?
No, honestly, you will kill him. He's T6 with 4 wounds and a 3-up armor. He has a good flamer, but it's anti-infantry. Meh.
I want this guy dead. They're going to multi-charge him.
All right, cool.
They're both going to charge him.
Cool.
So the first guy gets a 6.
Cool. Wham!
Touches. This guy's going to charge.
Cool. Wham!
Gets a 7. I am going to move over so you can't heroic. And just stay outside of 6. So you can't heroic with these guys.
No, man. No, you're good. And I can heroic there.
I'll just shift over.
You're good now.
Okay. Okie dokie. Charge. They're not going to fight there. You'd have to advance to get on that objective, so that's fine. Let's do some fighting. You can't interrupt, so that's cool. So he'll fight first into here.
Okay.
So 4 attacks, the Power Fist.
Hitting on threes,
no
6
no
are
rerolls.
lethal.
No, he's not leading a unit. 5s to wound. 1 wound, AP 2 damage.
4 up invulnerable save. No, 2 damage. 5 up, feel no pain. Save 1.
Okay.
He's down to 3 wounds.
1 hit, no wounds there. Okay, and then the other guy, I guess, is going to activate into him. All hit.
Nice.
5
And
wounds.
5s.
5s to wound. 3 wounds, AP 2 damage.
Okay, 3 4-ups. Wham. I have 1 CP.
He's used his ability already.
Yep. I think I'm going to reroll 1 because if I do get that 4-up and he lives, it is kind of spicy. I do.
Okay.
So now, however, I need to make 2 5-ups. I do! He's on 1 wound!
Wolf attacks.
No!
2 hits.
Okay, cool. Oh, wait, they'd be hitting on 5s.
Yep.
So 1 hit?
6 to wound. No.
Okay.
Okay. Ragnar's unit into there.
Okay. Surprisingly tanky. They are T7, keep in mind.
Ragnar strength 8. So I'll do Ragnar first.
Cool.
They're going to choose reroll 1s to hit.
Okay.
10 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Nice. Or hitting on 3s?
Hitting on 3s, sorry.
Normally hitting on 2s. Wait, Blades? Oh, this is Ragnar.
This is Ragnar.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get 3 sustained hits.
Nice. Strength
8.
8.
And these
So-
are AP 3.
5s. 5s, no rerolls. I mean, 3s, no rerolls.
8 saves, 2 damage.
Okay.
These guys have a
Eight's-
5-up invul?
No, -3?
Yeah.
Oh, so that just goes right through.
Yeah.
8 is, oh god, that's 16 mortal wounds.
16 damage.
16 damage, so I'm going to just, they're dead. There's no 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
They can only take as many damage as they have wounds.
Yep.
How many wounds are there?
It's wounds allocated. Yeah, I have 7 wounds. So I'm just going to roll the feel no pains.
Oh, they have the feel no pain. I thought this
Yeah.
was for the mortal wounds.
Nope. So that's it. They're toast, and now 7 4-ups. Wounds allocated. I'm just going to do it this way. I think it's actually the other way, but you take 4 mortal wounds.
Okay, that'll kill a blade guard and put a damage on the guy.
Now, this is a tournament, so I can't necessarily intercede unless they're questioning, but I do not believe the spawn, once they're dead, they get an opportunity to splash any mortal damage on the enemy unit. I believe the allocation happens with all the damage. I used to think it was just the amount of attacks that are just allocated, but they do still need to be there to bounce it back. So if you kill the unit, you do not get splashed, I believe. If anyone knows different, let me know, but I believe that's how that works. So far, an okay round for Space Wolves. I love the fact that they planted that flag in the center of the board and said, this is now mine. So that's the good news. The bad news is that Prince is still there, still rocking out, which is just absolutely amazing. He's definitely going to pop that strat to heal himself again and splash some mortal wounds. There's still a couple of Death Shroud there. They're going to probably bang into those wolves. We got a unit of Plague Marines in a box in a Rhino that's on its last legs, trying to figure out what to do in this game. I would love to see that Death Shroud actually, if it could somehow maneuver, wobble over 5 inches and maybe execute a charge versus Ragnar's unit. Man, that's a really far charge. Yeah, he's not going to do that. He does have a foul Blightspawn there that looks to be engaged as well, so he will not be able to shoot. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to be able to do with that Plague Marine unit, but so far I like the fact that the Wolves control the top left and now center objective. We'll see if they can hold on to it.
1-2 damage.
2 lethals, AP 1, 2 damage. Save 1, he's down to 8.
Okay.
Strength 4, AP 1, 3 shots.
That's it for me.
Okay, fights back. Put the clock on me, sir. Okay, and oh, they don't bracket. Nice. All right, cool. Okay, so I'll just put. Oh, I can only put. Oh, this guy, you choose. So I'm just going to roll them together because you get to choose. So hitting on 4s or 3s, lethal hits. No wounds, but strength 6 at -1. These are 3s. Oh, wow, they're going off. So 6 saves, single damage, -1 into these little guys.
Force. I'll take 3 damage.
All right, I'll take it. Over yonder.
I don't even remember the objectives I got.
You had Storm, you're going to get that. And Engage. Yeah, you're going to get
all of them.
You're going to get Big Engage and a Storm, you big jerk. So there's a guy down to 2 wounds? No, 1 wound. Cool. Okay, let's get greedy here. Does he have an invuln save as well?
They both do.
All right.
All right, as that Prince winds up to smash some wolves, we got Brian in the chat commenting on what I just said, and it was mostly commenting on the source of the information, which is Tactical Tortoise. I really do like that man's channel, and he was doing a breakdown of rules, and I initially thought it was worked out the way you said, Brian, and then he definitely put down some of my mind on how it works. I'm not 100% certain now, which is why I put it out there. But I thought either or it needed to, because the attacks do resolve first, because it says that under the actual spawn itself. So if they resolve first, I believe the spawn still would have to be there to splash damage. But it just seems like there's a lot of confusion with the language, so I'm hoping that GW lays it out super clear in a FAQ, just to make sure that we're all doing it right. But it doesn't necessarily feel right, and that's a problem, right? Because feelings is irrelevant. It's the rules that matter and how it's stated. Yeah. Regardless, it doesn't quite feel right that the spawn would actually splash after being deleted. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. I'm hoping that they actually clarify it in not too distant future. We're going into the next round right now, and I'll update the scoring.
Fascinating.
It's in. You got it. It's there.
For some reason, it comes up as 5 over here.
Because you unchecked it last turn accidentally for the discarding. So, right when we go to assassinate, 5 points.
Maybe I just do this. Now flip over. Cool. 1 and 1. I get a 4 on primary.
Battle shock on that guy and that guy.
Yeah, I'm going to do his thing again into your Wolflord leader. Okay. So it's just the free one. 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some 5-ups. Max is 6, but 6 would kill you.
No, it wouldn't. I have 7 wounds.
3 mortal wounds to you. I gain 3, so I still got to make a battle shock. That's okay. I will roll that now. He's good. Cool. He's not battle shocked. This guy, Battle Shock. He's cool too. Not that it matters. They're just going to be shoosting away. So unfortunately, I kind of got to stay here, shoot them so they can both shoot them. This guy's cool, so he's just going to fall back. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Secure and storm. Me likey. Can do a 6-inch here, charge. Do a 6-inch there and charge. I do have to kill these guys. I mean, they're kind of ineffective now that they're in there. You can overwatch these poor buggers the moment I move. You get to fight first, but I'm at 3 wounds, so you're really inefficient.
We've got 4 wounds left.
And you have 4 wounds left, yeah. Okay, well, he has no choice. He has to spot these guys, so I'll be doing that in the shooting phase. These guys have to come down and deal with this. I'm wondering if it's just better off if I deal with this. Charge them, deny you primary here. Because you're not super amazing. Much as I'd love to just nuke these guys, I think they're going to do it. So, I have to deny you primary if I want a chance of winning the game. Cool. Three. For a bit of a charge there. He's going to fall back. If I get Storm, if I make the charge, kill you.
I'm going to spend a CP to do a reactive move.
Okay.
When you do that fallback, I'm going to reactive move.
Who's that?
I'm going to reactive move with the JPI.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to screen your deep strike.
Cool, cool, cool. So I'll put it over to you.
So you can be 6 inches away from him, but 9 inches away from him. So 9, and then...
So as that movement continues to rock and or roll, Brian have talking about the actual resolution of the rule, and there's definitely some gray area there. People are weighing in, and he's saying that basically people hate the fact that Death Guard are strong again. I don't know if that's the case, and there's certainly no hate at the table in front of you currently right now. Actually, it's the complete opposite. 2 phenomenal guys, even helping each other out while the game. One saying, no, I don't got covered. The other one saying, no, buddy, you do. And I those little tiny moments in a game not only super matter for the rules, but a very gentlemanly sort of way. I don't think there's any hate at the table currently right now. Brad Shilton also weighing in, talking about the timing of the actual damage and the allocation of wounds. And I would have a tendency to agree with you, Brian. But again, the fact that we're even having this conversation is is enough that I would love for them to just say, hey, you know what? This is how it works exactly, and a breakdown. I love the spawn. I think the Death Guard spawn are absolutely phenomenal. I myself wouldn't necessarily feel all that comfortable resolving those mortal wounds when both spawn are dead. I understand where people are coming from. I'm just looking now for some clarity from the source, so to speak. All in all, a pretty good turn for Space Wolves the last following round. Again, claiming that center. And now we're heading into actual Death Guard. He snatched up Secure No Man's Land and Storm Hostile Objective. Both things are things he wants to do. He should be able to score both to some success. I do not believe he has anything else in reserves. I think everything he's got. Oh, I was wrong. Oh no, those are the Plague Marines that were in the Rhino. So there you go. The death route he has there, he could actually kind of move from where they're at directly left and maybe throw a heck of a charge and maybe engage Ragnar's unit. That'd be, I'm not going to lie, a heck of a charge to be able to pull that off. That would at least be, what, at least a 9, if not a 10, possibly even an 11-inch charge. Again, he can crash through that crate. Just to remind you all, the crates are just 2-inch obstacles, and infantry can land on them, assuming they could comfortably be in that space. So there you go. We got some Plague Marines being deployed, and I am guessing those Plague Marines are probably going to throw a charge into the Vindicator and see if they can cap it. What else is happening? We got wolves that are knocking right on the Death Guard's door and threatening his own home objective. We'll see what happens there. But so far, he's got to clean up that last wolf close to the center of the board. He's got to do something about Ragnar's unit. That unit will be smashing really hard, and unfortunately, it's either back off with the Prince and just not swing with it, which is maybe not a bad idea, and then maybe execute a charge with Death Shroud into that last wolf. Oh, he's putting him there. Interesting. Okay, I guess he's not too threatened by those Blade Guard that are in the center of the board. That'll be able to potentially charge that Prince. I don't know now. I thought he would have backed him off a bit more, or even backed him off toward his own home objective, looking, well, basically positioning for those wolves when they break through is what I thought he was going to do. But he's actually pushing forward with the actual Prince. I don't know exactly where the Prince is at, but I believe he's hanging on by fingernails. I know he just healed up a few wounds, but he's far from healthy. Of course, I don't know if any Death Guard army would be considered healthy, but there you go.
Oh, right. Yes. Thanks, Dan. You're just bringing yourself good fortune or good luck by being a good sport. Hurrah! Okay. One OC.
Just one.
Just one. Cool. No, good enough. All right. He's spotting them.
Sure.
Both these guys are going to shoot. There's no bonus. I have 1 CP. You have 0 CP because you reactive moved.
Yep. I don't think the one blow drone can see because you're not on the mat.
I definitely see.
You can see?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot the guy in the back first, so I don't think it matters. Okay, there's a penalty at -1, but I'm going to get reroll hits. So, D6.
+4.
+4. No, +3.
There's enough for blast.
Yeah, but it's only 2. It's D6
Oh, it's a
plus
regularly
2.
2
Yeah,
plus 2?
Yeah,
Oh,
D6
okay.
plus 2. So 2, 3. So it's only 4 shots. 4 is rerolling. Rerolling. Okay, and then 2s. So 3 at -2, 4-ups.
Fail 2.
Okay, that's the flat 3. Next one, 2 shots. Good enough. Might have to affect you. 2 shots, so that is, and you're below, so that's only 3. No, that's 4. 4s, re-rolling. Okay, only 3, sir.
3 hits.
2s to wound. There you go. 3 4-ups.
4-ups. Make 2. Fail
Okay,
1.
1 more dead. Damn it. Okay, that was a bit of a whiff. What are you gonna do? Okay, over yonder. Let's start with their shooting because it's fun. I'm gonna spend 1 CP to get reroll hits and wounds against things in Contagion, only in Contagion range.
Okay.
So the 2.
Is it 1 CP or 2?
1 CP. Yeah, it's only 1.
Sure?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. The reduced damage is 2 CP, but you have to be in Contagion, and you are. So 2 flamers into him. Everything else into this thing.
Virulent
First-
Vectorium.
No, it's Creeping Blight. Pretty good. Sorry, Typhus is going to.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I get sustained and lethal. Before I shoot, Typhus is going to try to pop some mortal wounds into your Wolflord here.
Sure.
On a 1, I take D3. On a 2, it's D6. On a 6, it's D3 plus 3. So just D6. 6 mortal wounds. Dead. Okay. Over yonder. So these guys, I'm down to 0 CP. Wish I kept 1 more for roll ones. I'm going to roll my 3 hazard tests for my 3 plasma guns. None of them die. And I also have a hazard roll for this one. I'm going to do that right now. He's okay. All right, so I got, first of all, 12, it's cool. Okay, I got 6 plasma gun shots. I'm just going to fish because it's 5 sustain lethals. So reroll hits and wounds, fishing. Okay, take that, reroll these. Okay, so these are 2 lethals with 2 sustained. And then strength 8, you're in Contagion, but it's still only 5 ups. Even with their super duper awesome plasma. Rerolling. Okay, that's 5 saves at -3. You got cover -2.
4s.
2 damage a pop.
Make all of them.
Oh, okay, okay. D6 plus 3 shots for the big plasma flamer gun. Ooh, the big 9. That's good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. These are 5s you're rolling for wounds. There we go, and then re-rolling. That's it. Only 4, and it's only -2.
Ignore cover.
Sorry?
Ignore cover.
No, it does not ignore cover. So 3 ups.
3s. Fail 3 of them.
Okay, 3d3 damage. 9 damage. Ugh.
Okay.
2 Mythic Blight Blight drones. It's D3 shots. That's
Where are the Blight drones firing
not
from?
Blight drones. Blight. They're like little grenade launchers.
Okay.
Blight something. So it's 3, 4, 5 shots. I'm just gonna fish for sustain.
My Fennec Blight Haulers is what he's looking for.
Okay, a little bit better. So 2 lethals are there. There's a sustained. I need 5s.
So you put 2 out for lethals, and then
Yeah.
you rolled 4 dice.
Yes, because of the sustain. The sustain and lethal.
Yeah, but you added them back in. So
Yeah, but
you had
2
2
hit.
lethals and 2 hits. That's only 4 hits total.
Yeah, I
and
had-
then you rolled 4 dice as well, plus set the lethals aside.
Right. So
So you rolled 2. You
Hold
rolled
on.
2 lethals
Yeah.
and 2 hits.
yes. And then
So
I-
that's you roll. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So in total, with the reroll. 5 at -2, you get cover. -1, 2 damage a pop.
Okay, 3s. You get him.
Does he explode?
Does not.
Okay. That shots are wasted there, so that's okay. I want to charge him and fall back on that. That's a thing. That's an issue there. But I can also overwatch you. So let's stick to the plan. They've got a charge there. That's okay. Yeah. All right. Show, sir. It's on me. 6-inch charge into here. I do not have a reroll. I mean, I guess I could just annihilate you, but no, I need to deny you primary. Okay. 11.
11. That's actually probably bad. Because you have to base.
Yes.
You have to base.
Oh, cool. You only have this one OC, right?
Just one.
Yeah, so as long as they kill them, I fall back, I tag this.
Yep.
Nice. What the heck of a charge is that? Nice, nice, nice. I think it worked out just fine. Hey, Brian. Yeah, I super appreciate it. I mean, I know no one's actually attacking anybody. So I just wanted to make sure that we keep it nice and gentle in the chat, folks. When talking rules, people can get super passionate. And all I'm saying is basically there's a bit of a gray area. So we need a resolution. That is that. David Patton, welcome to the chat. Blight launchers, haulers are separate. Headstands, confusion. Oh yeah, 100%. It's there's just an enormous amount of stuff happening on the field. It is easy to get confused with all the blight and everything on the field. It's just a lot of stuff happening. But they're working it out, and I can't ask for better guys to be at the table to do so.
All right, charge into here. That's a 10. I'll take it. He's going to go right here. All right, so I do get to activate with, you could interrupt. No, you have 0 CP. So let's start with big boy there. 5 swings, 6 are lethals, 1 lethal, 3 swing misses. Just 1 wound, sir. Good. You're good. Over here, into these guys. Sustain lethal on 2s. So I put the dice back in for that one. And then 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 saves at -2.
24 minutes left in the round. 24 minutes.
Dead.
Cool. File back. Dunk. Not touching, not touching. Only one can get on. Over to you, man.
Okay. Well, the only guy who's fighting is those guys. So we're going to put 1 character. We're going to put pink into here. And then everybody else into this.
Okay, cool. Makes sense.
Pink. 2 lethals, 2 hits.
Nice.
5s to wound, 2 wounds. AP2, 2 damage. Dead.
Got him. Does he explode? He does not.
Character into the other one. Well, 2 hits, 5s to wound. 1 wound, AP2, 2 damage.
Down to 8. Or 6, I mean. Sorry, 6. These are the
Regular dudes.
Okay.
And then these are 5s to wound. 6 AP 1/1 damage into the blow drone.
I failed 2. Is that a 4?
Okay.
No other ongoing combat. I will get Secure for big. And I'll get Storm for big.
Where did you get Storm?
Oh, that's right. Could not get enough guys on there. Yeah. Well, I got to take it anyways, so I'll just leave Storm.
Okay.
Or fuck. There's a lot of good cards that I could get. You probably burn through that. I'm trying to guard here. He's guarding. Oh, you could just move off it.
I could just move off of it.
But then you're not scoring it. Okay.
But then you just move on to that one.
Yeah. I think I want the CP. So I'm going to ditch it. I did.
And there you go. That's what that whole entire conversation was really about. It was about CP because currently he is at 0 CP.
So I'll get my burden.
Okay, cool. Yep. So that goes off now. And you get over there, no battle.
And then I'm going to
auto
pass for 1 CP.
All right, cool. So you're down to 1, or down to 0, I mean. And you get 6. Well, area denial's rather easy.
Indeed.
He is a good Overwatch, just so you know. It's D6, flat 2 damage, flamer. But then I'm spending one of my valuable CP. I could do it for free because of this big boy. Oh, no, he used it. He used it.
That's what the marker's for.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. You don't have enough to interrupt?
I do. I have 2 CP.
You were down to 0.
Did you get rid
I
discarded.
of?
Yeah, I
Did you get rid
discarded
of?
Storm.
You got rid of Storm?
Yeah, I got rid of
Storm.
Storm.
Okay, so you can interrupt.
And that's always what you got to weigh when you're trying to figure out some sweet secondaries. Basically, when you get to the point, you're like, well, man, I could actually score this next round, but the opportunity cost is not getting that CP. And there's still probably other secondaries you can score in its stead. So even if it's something you can do, oftentimes getting that CP. So it's great if you can score it immediately, right? On the turn where it matters, on your turn. But to hold it, that is just most of the time not worth it. It is much, much better to actually flip it over to a CP. Of course, it depends on the army, depends on the situation, depends on where you're at. CP-wise. If you have any heroes that generate you any free CP, maybe that's a moment where you keep a secondary that you could score. Whatever. If you've already generated a CP, obviously discarding it would serve no purpose. So you'd keep it. But generally speaking, if none of those things are true, it's still better to chuck it and get a CP so that you're able to do even, well, interrupt is probably the biggest deal. But obviously in some armies, there are a lot of 2 CP strats that could also be super, super clutch. All right, so Space Wolves, what do they got and what do they want to be doing now? We got more puppies on the battlefield. Looks like Impulsor is looking to try and potentially plan for the future and maybe cap that objective, drop its hull, and just clip that objective in the top left-hand corner. I can't see it serving a purpose. Oh, maybe as a transport. He might actually have a unit buried in that L. I'll see if there's something there in the next little bit. Maybe I could angle it right now and just check. Doopy-doopy-doo. No, wrong angle. Let's try this one. Does he have anything in that L? If he does, I can't see it. Yeah, I don't see anything there. So, looks like he has something there. He's doing some measuring. All right. I am 100% certain that he's probably going to ignore that bottom right-hand corner and just say, hey, Death Guard got that one. I don't think he's got enough juice right now to actually do anything about that bottom right-hand corner. So that's almost certainly going to be secured by Death Guard. He's happy to control that center, and maybe he should back off so he doesn't get a heroic intervention from that prince. As long as he's already got a pretty good triangle. He's got his home base, he's got that middle, and he's got that that top left. And that's already a win, and the score right now is a 10-point difference. So he's just working on banking more of that. Like I said, just back off with Ragnar and that last blade guard so it doesn't get heroically intervened into. Hold on to that middle and just secure that triangle.
And just these guys will tuck around a little bit more. Okay, that's my only charge.
I'm going to spend my 2 CP for reduced damage by 1.
Sure.
We are maximizing our CP usage. There's none.
Okie dokie. Characters. 5 attacks.
-1.
9 attacks. Yep.
But rerolls.
Only missed 1. Hit them all, 1 lethal. These are wounding on 3s.
Oh, cool. Or
Not great.
twos, because you have lance.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
5.
5.
CP2 down to 2 damage.
Okay. 4 ups. You kill a guy.
Okay. And then the guys on top.
Ah!
And then 3s or 4s. So that's going to be 7 AP1, 1 damage.
7 AP1, so 3, sir. Get through 2, so I get a guy down to 2 wounds.
Okay, and then
The wolfies.
the wolfies, 15 attacks.
Nice.
Nothing on the rerolls, and then these are on 4s. 4 more.
4 more.
AP1, 1 damage.
Got 1 through. It's down to 1.
That's it.
No other charges?
No other charges.
All right. Put the clock on me. Okay. 2 ups, sustained and lethal. No lance. Miss.
And Logan's guarding that objective, obviously.
Cool. Yeah. And then strength 8, so 3s. Ugh, poo. 4 saves on your 4 ups. 2 damage a pop.
Okay, so that kills 1 guy and kills another guy.
Cool, cool. And the character. So that I'll just keep that in for the sustained. So 4 more saves, but these are flat 3.
Fail 1, so you just kill the 2 guys and 1 guy lives.
Okay, cool. 1 guy on 1 wound.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So, putting it back over to you. See, what are you gonna do? You're gonna.
I score all my points.
What's that?
I'm pretty sure I score everything, don't I? Area denial.
One
containment. My bad. Logan was doing the 1 contain.
Okay, yeah.
I forgot that I got that.
Mark up your points. I'm just trying to think here. I'll get 2 Burdens of Trust, which is nice.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had containment. I didn't look at my secondaries at all.
The blood is surging. So you got 2 contains over to me, or 2 whatever. 1 and 1. I'll control 1. I get engage and defend. Sure. It's a new battle round. Okay, so shit needs to die. I need probably...
Battle Shock on him and the Blowtron.
Yep. Defend is okay. I'm going to spend a CP to get rid of engage.
Okay.
It's only 2. Yeah. Defend is 3, but it scores on my turn. I don't think you're going to get it. So goodbye, engage. Mark for death. Mark 3 units for mark for death.
These guys, the Impulsor and Logan.
Who?
These guys, the Impulsor and Logan.
All right, cool. Battle Shock. He's good. The big boy. He's good. The Rhino is not good, so I'll just keep that there. Okay, killing time. 12. I could just... So you can reactive move flat 6 for 1 CP?
Yep.
Cool. Numbnuts here, you're not touching that, so these guys will go 5. Do you want a reactive move?
Nope.
Back of his face. Goes up to
He
here.
can't move through the wall.
Oh, right. So I'll just go here.
Yep.
Yeah, that works. Actually, here. Do you want to react to move?
Nope.
Okay. He's Typhus. Old Typhus is going to guard again. These guys. I think I can just leave that. I shoot this at you. These guys are going to get into the Rhino. I'm going to advance the Rhino. Oops, sorry. 3, so it's 12. Back to the base. There's 5. These guys are off the board. All right, flamer shots into you from over there. Pistols. I took off the captain.
Into where?
Into there. 4 shots.
Before you do that, these are just 1 damage, no AP?
Yeah. 1 damage, no
And
AP.
you're
Strength
rerolling
3.
wounds. No AP.
No. So only when you go on 5s. I only rolled 4 shots.
I'm going to give them -1 to wound.
Okay.
For free from the captain.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay, so these are winning on 6s. So 4 at 6s. 1 wound, sir. 1 save.
Good.
All right, cool. Okay. Oh, and sorry. And this guy. Okay. D6 flamer shots. 5 flamer shots. This is from this guy. Strength 7, so these are 2s. 5 saves. I'm going to start putting it over to you for rolls. 5 4-ups is 2 damage a pop.
So that'll kill the 1 blade guard.
Okay. Cool. The other flamer, D6, 6 shots. He has twin linked 2s. So that is 6 more minus 2. Well, it just puts you on your
4-ups.
single damage. Kills the other blade guard.
Just Ragnar left?
Yep. Okay, he will shoot Ragnar. That is 2 hits, 1 lethal, no wounds. Oh wait, what's
Toughness 3.
Yeah, so I do wound you. So no, it's still only strength 5. So 2 saves at, you got cover for me.
Where's the 2 saves from?
Sorry, 1 save. 1 save, flat 2 damage. Good. Cool, cool. Charge with him. That's a 9. I'm going to go around here. Boom.
As one does.
Yep. They're going to charge. That's a 10. They're going to go here. I'm going to start with him. 6 attacks. 1 sustained, 1 lethal, and then 2s. He's dead because I did 9 mortal wounds.
Okay.
He piles on. End of my turn.
Okie dokie. Fight over there. Wolves first.
Okay, cool.
Four. AP 1 damage.
AP 1 damage. You kill a guy.
Okay. And then the dude. Two more AP 1 damage.
2. Nope. Oh, sorry. Save 1. 1 damage. Down to 3.
Okay. And then the characters. And then on 3s, you have 5 AP 2 damage.
Dead. AP 2. Dead. And a guy down to 4 wounds. I'm not going to... I don't think I have a choice. 5 attacks. That is 2 sustained. Okay. 6 saves at -2, 2 damage. 3 damage, sorry.
3 damage?
Ooh.
Okay, so 1 kills this. The
And a
other
leader.
one kills the 1 character, the other character's left on 1 wound.
Cool. No, he would absorb both. Or did you fail 4?
I failed 4.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I'm not going to CP reroll anything.
Okay. That's my turn, man. I'm going to discard.
Failed 4, so 1 here, 2
he's-
here, 1 here. Sorry, he's got 4 wounds left.
Cool, cool. Flat 3 damage, yeah. I'm going to discard Mark for Death. Man. Did you spend ACP this turn?
Did not.
Cool, man. I've got 2 guards going on, and yeah.
Okay, my turn. I'll get my burden. I'll control 1.
Yep.
I'm going to get Sabotage, bring it down. I gain a CP. I am going to ditch, bring it down for a CP.
How's Deathwatch treating ya?
And I'm going to get behind enemy lines instead. That's also not good.
I'd
Whatever.
win this, but I'm going to call it out,
Behind enemy
unfortunately.
lines. So
Say la
discard.
vie.
This guy, bring it down. Cool. Alrighty.
What's that?
It's nice being a snowflake.
This guy's got a flamer.
Nope. No, he just has a big fuck off axe.
This guy have a flamer?
No, he's dead.
He's dead. Cool. I'm gonna
Might as
fall
well
back.
just throw him on the floor the way I've been knocking these models over.
I'll just make this guy my oath target again.
Cool, cool.
Um,
How's Death Guard treating ya?
Always treats me.
Are you doing the Champions of Contagion? Cool. How's that going?
I love it.
I think it might be the best one. I just need.
read it.
I haven't.
I was doing Virulent Vectorium and I read it. What am I doing?
I know. I think it might be the best one.
It's really fun. I
Yeah.
like MSU units, like a bunch of Plague Rains. I love it.
Oh yeah.
so this guy's gonna move 8, move 4 onto here. OC2. This guy's gonna come forward 5 inches to here.
Not 100% took, not 100% sure he took the pivot into the consideration there, but they might be just kind of glazing over a few things. Or maybe the impulsor moves 14 inches. don't think it does. How did that turn for Death Guard go? It went fairly well. The Death Guard has now established its own triangle, and I'm not 100% certain the Space Wolves could do much about it at this point. But is it too little, too late? Currently, right now, Space Wolves are leading 52-36. It's a heck of a score to come back from, with only what's left of this round and one more after. Currently, right now, we are approaching time. How much time do they actually have in this round? We are at 2 minutes remaining. So they're going to either have to talk it out, or if they can't get some sort of agreement, they're going to have to dice down it. If they dice down, it would be a Space Wolf victory 100%. If they talk it through, we might see a bit more juice being squeezed for Death Guard. We'll see how it goes.
6 attacks on 3s. And then 3s. You've got 2 saves to make, and these are AP2 3 damage.
Got him. Dead.
Kill him. I gain a CP.
Ooh, nice.
I'm going to ditch behind enemy lines. I'm going to start Sabotage. I'm going to gain a CP. And then it'll go to you. You're going to control.
So I'm going to get my 2.
Yep.
I will get Defend.
Yep.
I will flip over. I get 2.
This is turn 5?
This is turn 5.
Okay.
Sabotage, no prisoners.
Can't score either.
What do you mean?
You're out of time.
I have 8 seconds. So I'll start a couple actions here.
You can start Sabotage.
Sure. And guard.
So you have an understanding, folks. These gentlemen are playing with a clock, and the Death Guard player is just going to start a couple actions, and that'll be the end of his turn. So when you run out of time on the clock, their own clock, what it means is basically they could just finish off their round, assuming they have a little bit of time left, and apparently they could agree that he does. And the player that runs out of time can no longer perform anything other than defend himself. They could still score if they're still standing on objectives, but at that point they could just, all they do is stand. They can't perform any other actions, that sort of thing. All right, let's see where the score settles.
So I'm gonna get. I'm gonna score my Sabotage for 3.
Yep.
I'm gonna get 1, possibly. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can take that from you. So I'm gonna get 1 plus 2 guards, and then my missions are gonna be Overwhelming Force and Cleanse. I cleanse 1 objective, and final score is 67.
So I'm going to get my Sabotage, and I get 3.
Yeah.
67, 60. Good game,
That's
man.
a no primary game.
Woo!
I knew I had to I knew you were gonna table me because you.
That is a super, super close game with 2 sweet people. I want to thank Dan and my man Brian for jumping on stream. Thank you so much, gentlemen. You guys were absolutely phenomenal to watch. We are now going to end this stream, folks. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. We are going to start a new stream in the next little bit, as we now shuffle tables and start our round or game 2. If you're interested in following us into the next stream, hey, hit some little pretend buttons and come on back. We're happy to have you. I want to thank everyone for watching this particular stream up to this point. Thank you so much. Many hugs and kisses. And for all of you that have supported up to this point, thank you again so much. So this will be a 4-round event. We are probably going to take a break now for the next 10 minutes or so, and then jump back, and then we're going to break for lunch. So 2 rounds this morning. Guys, see you in a bit.
That was really good.
That was tough.